YouTube, how we doing? Pass the Prop is back. We're back here for our Friday show today. Bringing you back, Stu, on the show. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. It's been a while since I've not sat up here for a week at least. Last Friday was you and
Wednesday.
Yeah, last Friday was you and John, obviously taking over, doing a good show with a big win. We'll talk about it in a minute. So I'm glad you guys did that. John's one of the best in the business. I was pumped to see you got him on here. But yeah, I'm excited. I was in Chicago, got to go to a Cubs game on Wednesday. My sister graduated from college, so that was exciting. Then it was her birthday right after that, so I ended up staying a little bit longer than I expected to, hence the No Wednesday show. So I do apologize. That's all on my side over here, but it was great to get a little bit of a break. And I was just thinking before the show, like, remember when you were like a kid in like middle school, high school, and you were sick for like a week and you come back and it's like, we're learning something new in every class. What the fuck happened? Like, that's how I feel about sports right now. I've just been a casual fan. I've been out of the weeds, enjoying a little bit, but, mostly just spending time with the family. So I feel like that kid coming back to class, trying to catch up on everything now. So that's why we're doing the show. I need to pick your brain. We got an awesome baseball slate and some good stuff to talk about today.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm quote tweeting your tweet. Right now, so got to get that out there. But yeah, it was good. It was different. Obviously, I had to just do my regular one by myself for a little bit. So it's just kind of still digging in and still being a little bit more all over the place in terms of timing. So we're back, and I'm sure that we'll be scheduled the same, I think, throughout as we keep rolling.
Yep. Excited to get back into it. For me, the way I look at it, I got until Sunday. I got a couple more things to be distracted for. I'm going to lock in for that Game 7 Sunday. And then Monday, I'm fully back. I'm doing everyday videos, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So I'm jumping right back into it and excited to, get back on our Pass the Prop schedule. Because for anyone that has been watching, it's been going fucking great this year. And I'm excited to keep that going.
Yeah, so I will get a quick recap of the show with John. Shit. I know Reynolds hit. I do remember him playing this one. I do remember Reynolds hitting. I'm sorry, guys. It was a while ago. It was fucking 10 days, a full week ago since I recapped his. I know I did lose this one. I did lose Beto no win, even though he did get it. Shout out to Randy Vasquez for actually being good for the first time in his life, bro. Like, he went, I think, 7 innings. Of course, the fucking Rockies swinging first pitch. Like, what are we doing, dude? He's going to fucking probably walk you before he gets 3 strikes on you, and we're just continuing to just roll over baseball. So that was just absolutely fucking infuriating. But my biggest bet of the week was this as my 1.5, or my first 1.5 on the show for the MLB season was Detroit first 5. Shout out to Screwball. Cashed him twice in his last 2 outings. Just unbelievable. And Kyle Hendricks was kind of shoving. He ended up having another 3 walks. Again, 3 walks against Baltimore. Baltimore does not walk against righties, and he still found a way to walk guys. I'm like, you're throwing 80, bro. You can't be putting guys free bases right now. We can't be doing that. So, luckily for me, he had, I think, 4 hits on him. I'm like, oh, fuck, is he done? Shout out to the Angels bullpen for being dog shit and letting them roll out again. He had 88 pitches, came out for the 6th inning, gave up back-to-back hits and goes out. Hits the straight line bet if you wanted to play that. Hits the parlay spot and gets us a very sweaty 1.5er. That cashed very nicely.
Yeah, no, that's good. The Angels, I did see while I was gone, they actually surpassed Washington as the worst bullpen in the league. So congrats to them on, being so bad that they forced him back out there and you won your bet. It's good to not be last anymore. It's good to be second to last now,
Yeah, Angels have 9 saves on the season. That is absolutely atrocious. Not a good look. But yeah, I know John also I know Torres got a hit. I don't remember if Bregman did. I know Bregman's been on a heater since then, but I did cash my biggest one of the season. We're either 5-1 or 6-1 on my long shots here so far this year, and it might have been the craziest bet I've won in years. I don't know if you watched that game at all. Did you see how that one ended?
I did. I mean, it's all over ESPN, right? With the freaking, I think they showed within 24 hours that video of the walk-off or the homer from Shohei got how many views? It was like 7
I don't know.
million.
I saw it was pretty high.
Crazy. It was like one of the most viewed videos in like 24 hours because someone was showing like how they really ride for Shohei overseas, not just in America. So that was awesome. I wasn't keeping up until you started tweeting and you texted me about it, and it was awesome to see.
Yeah, Ohtani hits that 3-run bomb, puts them up. Crazy part was, I think, I don't remember who the team was, but they had 10. I think it was the Cardinals. It was some random team that was way down the board. Padres ended up with 11. So, like, they were obviously, them and the Dodgers were the two, or that they were the first one. They had 11 runs. Shout out for the Rockies for just being so garbage that, like, they didn't even try the last 3 innings. I'm like, are we really going to see the Padres put up 15 fucking runs today? Luckily, they only put up 10 in the first 5 innings and then ended up with like 12. So Dodgers, I think, ended up with 14 runs. That 3-run homer puts them ahead. What a crazy game. That D-backs bullpen is just a spot that you just got to continue to attack. It's just a gift that keeps on giving.
100%. And obviously, no better way to cash in on that than like a 14-1 as well. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention, but just even you posting the screenshot of being like, why the fuck are the Dodgers 14-1? Like with that lineup, like ever. You know what I mean? I didn't even really get what was going on there. So good for you for taking advantage.
It had to be just Coors. It just was Coors, Padres, and I think it was Sensatella. So it was just a 3-headed monster of that. And I'm like, I mean, I like the Padres. They're good, but they're not even in the same stratosphere. It's pretty much just betting on the weather. And again, I feel like that's going to be the same thing today. But the difference is the Cubs are fucking good, right? That's the thing. So that moves us up with a 7-unit spot there, getting us almost to 15 units on the year. Like I said, I think 5-1 long shots definitely helping push these numbers up.
And I did check, Bregman didn't even get a hit last Friday. So I know you're not even putting in the John stuff, but he did cash that one as well. So shout out to John. I just wanted to check up on that for anyone that might have watched right there. And good call, obviously, on that long shot. That's a fantastic way to keep up the good start to the season here.
Yes, sir. I know. Now I look back on it on a lot of bets, on a lot of these long shots that I've hit. Like PCA, can you imagine trying to grab PCA at plus like 600 for a fucking stolen base? Like crazy, bro. Or plus 400, dude's like plus 180 every day, plus 200 now.
Yep.
Right. And then you just like go down some of these lists on some of these games, and obviously that's not even counting your Ryan Dunn one from a little while ago. That was. I had the Robles one that obviously he's hurt, but he was down to plus 150s. So you see a lot of these numbers just continue to just get smashed now, and us seeing some crazy numbers on these as well. So we head into today, Sue. We have a 15-gamer, right? We have every team in action today. Obviously, what game would you like to kind of start with?
I mean, this is a good slate. Like you see a lot of good names as soon as you immediately open up. Obviously, I won't go to my Washington game, but honestly, if I wasn't tired and didn't have plans and stuff, I'd probably go because Gore against the Orioles, it's a fun matchup right there. I like the little Washington Orioles matchups whenever they're in town. So, both of them are in town. I could go to either stadium if I wanted to, which is the benefit of the DMV area. So that one's going to be hype. I'm definitely going to be checking out on that one. But I think the game of the day for most people has got to be Sale versus Crochet, right? I mean, that's just an awesome pitching matchup right there. You get a little bit added narrative as well. Like that's just going to be a fun duel between two guys that you love to watch people strike out. You know what I mean? So I don't know how that's not the game of the day for me. The only one I'll say is I would throw in, I love Sears in that big ballpark out in San Francisco, and I love Webb. So maybe I'll be looking at an under or something like that in that game.
Yeah, I did look at that game, especially for a first 5 spot, just because obviously they have to get to Mason Miller, right? And then they're good. But that A's middle of the bullpen has not been great. And the closing for the Giants has been very suspect. So that's just another thing to throw on top of that. So probably a first 5. I'm going to bet that. I think if I had to bet another or look at another game here, I honestly think it's that Yankees-Mets game. I think that is the game for me. I think I like that game over the Braves one because I think the Braves are fucking dog shit. I think they suck. I think they absolutely suck.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm saying that as nicely as I can because I could say a lot worse shit. Like, they are awful. Like, I thought regression would start coming positively here, but my God, dude, you look down up and down this lineup, and it's just like, who are you afraid of, dude? Outside of maybe Austin Riley, Matt Olson, like, you are carving these dudes. Like, I love Baldwin. Baldwin's from my area up here in Wisconsin as well, and my God, dude, like, he's not hitting for pop though, right? I mean, we're just not scoring runs. Like, this Braves team is just bad offensively, and that pitching staff has been lights out. So that's pretty much the only reason they've even won games. I don't think they've cleared 5 runs in like almost a month. So it's pretty wild, man. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah, regression's the magic word, but like you said, you got to be like a good team, and it's maybe just looking like maybe that's just not the case, So I'm not sad about it. Obviously, as a DC guy, it's good to see those guys crumble apart a little bit so far this year. And you're absolutely right. It's like, when are we seeing signs of like life? I don't know. Maybe it's a month, maybe it's the All-Star break, who knows? But the only reason I said it is because I want to go watch Crochet strike them all out. Like, I'm not watching that game for the Braves lineup. I'm watching it for Crochet and then the pitching matchup in general. But definitely get what you mean there.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason I say that. And also, both the pitchers are pretty good, but I like both offenses way more. I like the offenses significantly more with the New York Subway Series here. I do like how they did a lot of these rivalry games. I think some of them is rivalry weekend. But there is some fucking shit. Like, that's not even rivalries, bro. Like, I actually do understand. Like, the Brewers one, like the Brewers Twins one is always fun. Like, it always sells out. The entire weekend sold out already. I'll be there tomorrow if that affects your bets. I have had a pretty good record when I've been there with my Brewers. But, like I get it for, like, Baltimore, Washington just because they're close. But, like, are we really going to put the Phillies and the fucking Pirates as a rivalry just because they're in the same state? Like,
fair.
Pirates fucking blow, dude. Like, I don't know, man. And it's like, okay, well, all right, we're going to do St. Louis, Kansas City. When has that been a rivalry? Maybe when Pujols was playing that 10 fucking years ago. Right? Like, we're going to do, like, maybe I'll give you Texas and Houston. Yeah. But, like, Seattle, San Diego? Really? When has that ever been? Like, so I get what they're trying to do, but I guess there's just not as many rivalries in this one as there are in football or NBA.
Yeah, no, I didn't even really notice that. That's a good call right there. Yeah, Rays, Marlins. You just got all the in-state.
Yeah, and it's like they don't give a fuck about these guys. So.
I want to bet the over/under on attendance for Rays Marlins rivalry weekend. That's what I want to bet. That's the only thing I want to bet in that.
Oh, those tickets got to be fucking cheap, dude. They got to be cheap. So they probably filled out more for the Brewers games out there because Brewers fans. There's a lot of them down there in Florida. So let's start talking some bets. We got 15 of you guys in here live with us. If you could hit that like button for us and subscribe to the channel if you could. We got Tyrone in here right away. Yeah, I don't even know if I missed a day of high school, bro. I don't think I ever missed.
We were in different worlds. I was averaging like 15 to 20 a year. You know what I mean? But
misses?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, bro. Yeah, I didn't never miss. Like, the only time I miss is if I had like an appointment and I come back. Like, so I excuse me, I never miss school. Like,
I had a big jump in high school to college GPA. We'll say that my high school, my numbers were very poor, and there was a lot of entering and leaving early, because I was very cool with the people in the front office. But that's all right. I'm glad to see you guys were all good students. That's good to know.
Yeah, so we actually got some guys talking some stuff that we're going to be talking about here. MSA talking about the show. Appreciate it. I always appreciate the nice, kind words. Phillies, Yankees, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. One of them shit in the bed, bro. I ain't playing. As much as I think that the reason they're favorites. This is the sport. It's UFC and baseball. You can't be just hammering favorites all the time. Because one of them's going to be an apple pie shitter, bro. Like, one of them's going down. And I definitely think that one of these guys are losing today. But, like, the two that I like the most are Dodgers, Diamondbacks, and it's like, fuck, that's still minus 190 together because they're minus 400. The Diamondbacks being I haven't seen a minus 400 in a game in a very long time. And minus 210 on the freaking run line? That's crazy, dude. With that shit bullpen, give me the first 5 if anything, but I can't bet. I just told you how bad that the Rockies have a better bullpen significantly. Like, it's not even a competition. Diamondbacks have a 5.19. Colorado has a 4.1. And they're throwing in Coors. So, fuck, dude. Can't ever do that. In my opinion, I can never bet the Diamondbacks as a favorite outside of maybe going first 5. So, not to just shit on stuff, but I like the Diamondbacks, but I've watched that bullpen blow up. They've scored 11 runs twice this year and lost twice. Or they've scored 11 runs multiple times this year, but 2 of them they lost. How do you lose when you score 11 runs? Crazy. All right, we got some guys talking in here about some bets that we like. We got Professor T in the chat here. Let's just kick over to you, Stu, and kind of be in the same ballpark here.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm on Mackenzie Gore over 6.5 strikeouts. As a big Nats fan, I mean, he's kind of been like the best development we've had this year. I mean, obviously we have it's a young team, they're trying to win games, but it's, still kind of a developmental year. And since Gore's been in DC, he's shown off the strikeout stuff. Like, he can K guys. It's no doubt about it. For me, the problem is Gore, one, the home runs were insane. I mean, for a while they were like really, really, really bad, which obviously can happen, but it's good that he's gotten that under control. But 2, like, he was going out of a lot of games really early. Like, his bad starts were really bad. It was either hit or miss. You had these awesome high strikeout games, or he was getting crushed. And even beyond a lot of the good stats, I think my favorite thing is he's pitched 5 innings in every single game this year. He's pitched 6 innings in 7 of 9 games. So not only there used to be DraftKings used to put this market called first inning pitches. And I don't
have ever bet that market.
Yeah, it's real hidden. You have to go in like 3 different tabs in DraftKings. You know what I mean? You have to go like in the no run first inning tab and then go to like props or whatever. I don't know if they still do this. This was back in the day when Gore first came over. I mean, it was last year and the year before that. And I would just spam his over first inning pitches because he would walk someone almost guaranteed. He'd get into these deep counts. And we just had problems with like efficiently getting through outings. So for me, I think once again, the consistency, the getting deeper into these games, the avoiding the huge home run games, avoiding the barrels has just been my favorite development. But on top of that, I mean, he leads the league in strikeouts right now, 75 Ks. Obviously, that's first in baseball. He's over 7 Ks in 7 of 9 games. When you look at like Baseball Savant, he's 93rd percentile and better in chase and whiff rate. He's getting the strikeouts. And he looks great out there. So he obviously already faced this Baltimore team once this season. He had 8 Ks in that game. Baltimore striking out at 28% clip against lefties. League worst ex-WOBA so far this season. They've just struggled against left-handed pitchers. Gore is a very good left-handed pitcher. He already had success in the matchup. He's having success this year. I just see a lot of great reasons to go to over 6.5 strikeouts right here. I'm trying not to overthink it. My one concern is like this almost seems a little bit too nice right here. I feel like there are a lot of things pointing up. But for me, I'm still going to take it. I like Gore a lot in the spot. I don't think the Orioles are the right team to kind of blow him up right here, and I think they're going to keep struggling against lefties, and I think he's going to take advantage and keep K'ing guys. So took over 6.5 Ks. And I do like a little bit of like 8, 9, kind of 10, like little ladder action as well if we're doing some parlays tonight,
Yeah, I kind of mentioned this to you. I'm always nervous when I see lines like this, and it's like, why? Because like he obviously dominated these guys earlier. For me, usually in these spots when I bet like those strikeouts earlier, I know you don't like it, but like I always like playing those earned runs. Like I play usually under earned runs in a lot of these spots instead of the strikeouts, just because they make me nervous when I feel like I should just smash this. Like I feel like I should just fucking ladder it and I should just go all the way down through it. I guess my biggest thing for Gore is just he has been so wipeout versus lefties so far this year, and I remember last year that was such a big hole for him. He could never get any lefties out. So I'm curious how long this lasts, and if this is like what we expect for him going forward. because with a 41% K rate against lefties so far this year, obviously that's not sustainable like that at all. So that's like kind of the only thing there, even though his expected xFIP and stuff has been fantastic in those spots. I just, for me, it's like when I see a 41, it's like, holy shit, like, is that going to come down soon? You know, something crazy like that, you know.
100%. And that's why I even kind of mentioned, I know you and me kind of agree that like sometimes when you get that like that feeling, you know, you can kind of sense that like a number might be a little bit too good. For me, what I would point to though, when I do get that, is kind of like, because like you said, that's an unsustainable number. Like nobody's really going to argue with that. But I just like that we're seeing more development with other pitches that he wasn't throwing. So he only threw a slider 37 times last year. He's already thrown it 106 times to lefties. So a new pitch that wasn't being used at all, that's fucking awesome, that has it over 36% whiff rate, that's getting lefties. To me, there's something you can point to, a physical change that has been made that can explain why you're seeing a spike. Is it going to stay at this astronomical number? Probably not, no. But being able to actually point to something is kind of what helps me get through that like feeling of there's something missing. Because obviously the sports books will continue to kind of price it more broadly, you know, that the regression is coming. And I don't disagree. I just don't think it's coming against the Orioles. But I like the point you made there. I just wanted to point to some specific changes. And just in general, it was the curveball or nothing last year. And it seems like this year, the whole pitch mix has kind of come up to speed a little bit.
Yeah, I got my ball up there somewhere. Mackenzie Gore ball is up here somewhere. I gotta find it. Just because one of my old college teammates played with him, and I made him give me one. So that was a while ago. That was a long time ago. That was when he was the number one prospect in baseball. So I'm going to be heading to a spot that MSA was talking about. I'm going to be going to the Dodgers. This will be my only play of the day. I feel like this is absolute criminal price tag. We got Dodgers money line with Crochet, 6 strikeouts. I will never, ever bet Crochet ladders anymore. I can't watch this dude walk the hell out of dudes. It just pisses me off. But obviously still has a 29% K rate. I will always buy him down 1 or 2 strikeouts because he does have wipeout stuff. It's just I can't trust him to get into that 6th inning every single time. The Braves, I told you before, they suck. They have a 70 WRC plus against lefties, 20% strikeout rate. And again, yeah, think about it. How many of those guys are actually as good as Garrett Crochet? Not many. Probably not any that they faced so far this year. Have been as good as Crochet. We've actually seen his strikeout numbers actually go down a little bit this year, down from 35 to 29%. I'm expecting to see him kind of get a little bit more locked in as the season goes along, just because his fastball is down like 1.5 miles. So that's something I don't expect to continue. But yeah, that cutter sweeper combo has been really, really good. Changeup has been absolutely electric against right-handed bats. 50% whiff rate. It just, if you're going to just load up righties, you're kind of fucked, right? That's what kind of nullifies those guys. That's why Screwball is so good, because you're not going to hit him if you're a lefty, and then you have to deal with his highest whiff pitch, which is the changeup against righties. So really, really elite matchup here for Crochet. I like buying it down a little bit. And then we get Dustin May facing off against Jack Kovanevic. I don't even know how to say his name, but dude sucks. I will not play a team or play a pitcher against the Dodgers with a 12% K rate, dude. What are we doing here? How are you going to get – you are going to have to rely on luck on this dude hitting 110-mile-an-hour hits right at somebody. And that's not something I want to do, right? And when I look at his numbers here, an 11% whiff rate on a sinker, he throws it 47% of the time, dude. Like, you got to be throwing some things that are going to be missing barrels, because I can't watch this tonight, bro. A 10% barrel rate almost so far this year, and he's given up a ton of power. I think that this is a spot where I'm definitely going towards the Dodgers here. I like fading this Angels team as a whole. The Angels also, something I looked at too, is they just don't walk, right? And I feel like if we're going to have them swinging early in counts, Dustin May could go 6-7 innings here. And have a great, fantastic outing. I looked at his outs prop, but I think I kind of picked this one to be the final product here. Lastly, when we talk about bullpens, right, we just talked about this Angels team. worst bullpen in the MLB, man. They're the worst bullpen. The Dodgers have been average for their standards, which is still right outside the top 10, 3.71. So even if we do get a good start from Jack, good luck, dude. You just lost Ben Joyce for the season. This is a team that just does not have enough horses to play here. I know it's a rivalry game, and maybe they come out firing, but I usually like first fives. This one I definitely am leaving to the bullpens to be involved. So sign me up for the Dodgers money line. Crochet 6 strikeouts just feels very, very nice. Fading two teams that I definitely like fading for sure.
Yeah, no, I like the combo a lot here. Obviously, we kind of touched on some problems with the Braves earlier, and Crochet just looking, awesome this year. I expect that to continue. I was looking earlier. I know you mentioned the season WRC plus over the last 3 weeks. The Braves, it's 56 against lefties. 56. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Like it's almost like what do you need to say? You know what I mean? Beyond that, so. I expect Crochet to keep on dicing, and like you said, the Dodgers are probably the best like money line parlay piece. That guy, I don't know how to say his name either, but it's so funny. I've seen so many tweets about him this year of like, can he sustain such a low K rate? Is it going to stay as low as it was last year? And the answer is yes. It's just all sinker, praying pretty much. And Dodgers are not a good team to leave all those barrels on the table again. So definitely love the combo. I feel like you pull out these like ones that you're like, how is this minus 130? Like once every 2 weeks, it's not like the norm. It's not always parlays, but every once in a while you just pull out one of these. It's like, how can you even combine these for a reasonable price? So definitely in on the combo, locking that in ASAP.
Yeah, no, and I don't play juice. Like it's not. I play a lot of plus money. I rarely play juice. So like if I do, it's got to be something that I feel pretty damn good about. So let's get a quick recap in here, Stu, and then if we want to talk some long shots, we can get to that.
Sounds good. We got Mackenzie Gore going up against the Orioles, over 6.5 strikeouts, minus 110 over on FanDuel.
Beautiful. And I'll be playing the Dodgers money line with Garrett Crochet, 6 strikeouts, minus 130. I think you get minus 129 right now on DraftKings. That's best price in market. So, Stu, do you have any long shots on this one here on this slate?
No long shots for me. I'll probably put together some like dumb parlays, some with how many beasts are on the mound, some Crochet 8, Gore 8, like some combo stuff like that. But yeah, I don't have anything locked in right now. Just like I said, I'm still trying to catch up everything I missed. I didn't even know Joyce is out for the season. That's a bummer. He's one of the more fun relievers to watch in baseball.
Yeah, he's shoulder surgery, and I'm gonna be boring today. I'm gonna only play this per point. We'll go 0.3 units. I'm going back to the same bet I made last Friday. I'm gonna play the Dodgers top scoring team at plus 1,000. And again, it's because the Cubs are plus 700 because of the weather. Dude, I've actually liked the pitcher that's throwing today for the White Sox. I've played him this year. He's the only White Sox pitcher that I don't hate. Shane Smith, he's actually not been awful. Like that's again, we're relying on weather. And it's the same thing as last week where I'm getting the Cubs at plus 700. They're by far the highest one, right? But man, I feel like getting this at this price feels really, really good. I get, again, another bad bullpen. I get the Dodgers at home. Like, so many things going for. I'm going to go right back to the well and hope that they're a Friday team yet again.
Okay, wait. This market, it's both teams though, right? It's like the game highest, or is it just the Dodgers individually?
Just Dodgers.
Oh, okay, that's sick. That's even better. Okay, hell yeah. Oh yeah, this is awesome then. Great price. Yeah, I saw the home run pricing for the Cubs this morning, which gives away the win.
It's hot as fuck here. I'll give it that. I will say.
Yeah. And yeah, I just left Chicago. It was like 60 yesterday. I checked the weather app. It's jumping to 83 like overnight. So
it's hot right now.
Yeah, windy, everything like that. But like you said, the whole point of this market, I feel like, is kind of it's what you've done with all these, whether it's strikeout leader, blah, 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 is take the guy that is good. Like there's no, like the team or guy or whatever that's good. There's no doubt about it. But like they're so overblown like in the market that it pushes everyone else's prices back. So you're getting legit teams like the Dodgers against the guy that doesn't strike anybody out. At 10-1, which is something that I'll sign up for pretty much any day. So definitely like the spot. I'll be joining you once again here.
Yeah, I was saying it to John too. I'm like, I hate that we don't have this on FanDuel because I always feel like they gave better lines, but they're just not posting them this year, which is just unfortunate. But yeah, that's definitely I'm back to it. I mean, I don't even mind the team total, the regular team total, but again, I look at a lot of these guys. There's a lot of decent pitchers on the bump, and I'm just looking at guys who could possibly get blown up. Like we've seen Bradley get blown up, but he's a good pitcher, right? I mean, Povich could get blown up, but I don't trust the Nationals, right? And you just keep going down the list here, and I mean, do I really want to go to Great American Small Park here? Sure, but I saw that there's some weather issues there again. So it's like, I think plus 1,000 is pretty wild for a Dodgers team that's by far the best offensive baseball.
I'm with it. I got no complaints there.
Let me check one more thing. I might have a second long shot, and I don't ever play 2 long shots, but I might have one. I just gotta see the price. I will definitely be playing it straight. Oh, it's not that good. Yeah, I will. I'll just talk about it on here. I won't even post it on the thing. But I'm gonna be playing Big Bad Tyler McGill 4 walks today against the Yankees. I think this dude is gonna be the 3 outcomes. It is walk, strikeout, or bomb. That is what is going to happen tonight against this Yankees team. And I don't know, dude. I've been seeing people like saying the Yankees are striking out a ton. Like where? Like they're not in the top for strikeouts. Like it's just they're not a bad team in terms of strikeouts. Like they're 22% against righties. I don't remember who I was listening to this morning. I obviously like when I'm running or working out, I'll listen to people's thing, and I'm hearing the Yankees. I'm like, bro, the Yankees don't fucking strike out. They actually have guys who like are very good at not striking out. Like there's no Stantons right now. Like we're not dealing with that shit. Goldschmidt's hard to K. Bellinger's hard to K. Like Judge, there's 4 walks plus 300 on that. I wanted a little bit better price, but I just feel like, damn, dude, that just feels really good.
Yeah, no, I like the spot. And I'm curious if there's like a team walks. I think there is on like Caesars and DraftKings and stuff. Maybe I'll play a little bit of that as well. Just because that's full game. It's not just the starter. And honestly, like you said, 300 is like, not the best price, you know. But even then, like when a guy starts going and the walks start adding up, then they really add up, and you see him kind of come in bunches. So definitely like the logic there, and you know, hopefully he can walk a couple guys today.
Yeah, it just feels big, you know, and I feel like everybody's, you know, in this series is thinking there's going to be a ton of runs scored. I think both these offenses are elite, but McGill doesn't get really hit that hard. He just gets so deep in counts, right? That's really the biggest issue. So definitely 2 spots I want to talk about, just because I don't usually play a ton of volume on long shots, but definitely felt like a spot I should talk about.
Hell yeah, I love it. And I see it in the exact opposite of a long shot. MSA in the chat asked about Braves, Red Sox, no runs first inning, minus 160. I think I know what you think about this, but I'll
never play it. I won't. Why? Like, if anything, take like first 3 innings. Like, these pitchers just gotta like settle in, dude. That's my biggest issue with it. Just being a guy who's been around pitching enough and like coach pitching for a long time, like. Sometimes it takes a fucking inning to get yourself going, and that's why there's so many runs scored in the first inning, especially with aces. Once they settle in, dude, they're fucking money. So that's why you guys will always see me on the first 3 if I have to, if I really want to get one that early, or 90% on first 5s for that exact reason.
Yeah, I'm with you. We agree here. Neither of us are fanatics of this market. For me, the guy that taught me was always Max Scherzer. I watched every start of his Nationals career. If you didn't get to that guy in the first inning, you weren't getting to him. But if you were going to get to him, that was the time, you know, and you just watch and you watch and you watch. And like you said, you obviously know much more than me, but like these are the best pitchers in the planet. And like you said, sometimes it's as simple as it just takes an inning. You got to get locked in. It's a busy schedule, busy year. And I'm just not interested in this market in general. I think there are better ways, like you said, to attack really good pitchers. So I will not be playing it, especially at minus 160. That's a little out of both of our price ranges. But, you know, they're really good pitchers. It'll probably be a no runs first inning. It's just like, I'm not really.
I can't justify that price.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it sucks. But yeah, it might happen. But seen way too many of those get blown on like a 2-out homer or some shit. But Stu, one more from here. Nats first 5 -115. Orioles team total first 5 under 2.5 team total. You like those spots as a guy being a Nationals fan here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I like Gore. I'd just rather bet on Gore. Like I would like you said with Angels, always first 5, never full game with the Nats. I mean, that bullpen's awful, so you got it there. But yeah, I would probably rather the team total under than the Nats first 5. Honestly, just like I have PTSD trying to bet on the Nationals. You know what I mean? Because everyone always does this when Gore starts, where they go like, "Oh, Gore's starting, they'll probably win this one," and like Gore's really good, but that doesn't mean they're going to hang on and get the win. That doesn't mean the offense is going to come and show up. But the good thing is you have some good weather as well. So I'll probably stay off the Nationals and just stick to my Mackenzie Gore bets. But I definitely get the logic. They finally won a single game the other day, so at least they're back in the win column. But who would have known? These teams have like the same fucking record. I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? I mean, Orioles, all the
Orioles have been really bad, really bad. And again, it's like stuff that they used to be good at. Like their bullpen is 5th worst. Like
yeah,
that's the only reason is I think that game could get kind of crazy, right? That game could be very high scoring. So that's why like you look at like the promos for like the highest scoring game, and they're just like it's a lot higher than I expected.
I just checked the weather. It's fucking 87 degrees here right now. And it might even rain a little bit pre-game, which means you get even more like humidity and stuff. Like the ball could be flying tonight, honestly, in that game. So that's kind of what would scare me under at a -160 for an under first 5, you know? So yeah, just a lot of factors. I'm like literally sitting here baking in my house right now. Like, what's the temperature? It's like, oh, it's 87 degrees. That's why I'm dying right now. That's why I'm sweating for a freaking 36-minute show.
Yeah, it's 81 here right now, and I think by next week it's going to be back to like 60s, like in May. But yeah, it's been nice enjoying it while I can get my tan, and I'm sure it'll go away real quick once the normal shit starts coming. But anything else, Stu? Anything else for you before we head out today?
No, that's all. So we'll be back Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've missed so many things. There's like 80 things to rant about, but we're all kind of past the expiration date. The only one I'll briefly mention, fuck Adam Silver, fuck the NBA. The Wizards getting the 6th pick is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm so glad I was gone for that. I would have gone insane.
For which one?
Happened. The Wizards getting the 6th pick in the lottery. And the fucking Spurs 2, Mavs 1 because they traded Luka. They got signed the little deal with the Devil. You give the biggest star to LA. Well, make sure you're taken care of. I mean, come on, man, come on, like insane, absolutely insane stuff. And then obviously Hornets, Washington, both and Jazz mega screwed. None of them in the top 3. Fucking Philly gets the 3rd one. I mean, okay, whatever. Like, just like I don't know. To me, like. I watched so much Wizards basketball. Like this is the most demotivating thing that's ever happened in the last 8 years. Like we suck, and I'm okay with sucking. I like development, but like, man, we're gonna get fucking Trey Johnson. I like him, good scorer apparently, but can't really do much. Fears from Oklahoma. Like we need like a fucking generational player. We need a Cooper Flag. We got to get out the trenches. I don't know if we're gonna do it with fucking some random Duke center that played 8 minutes a game last year. I don't know if that's going to happen. So that fucking sucks. Just sucks unimaginable levels. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be like a Trailblazers fan. They got my boy Denny up there. They got a nice young core. I'm ready to fucking jump ship at this point.
Yeah, and they got Anthony. They got some fun guys over there. So I love the Blazers, man. I bet on them way too much. They made me a lot of money last year. So they definitely could be my backup. They can be my backup. They can be we can be fans of them for the show just because they do like making us money.
That's what I joked. They're my League Pass team at the beginning of the year last year. That's what I was, because I'm an East Coast guy. You can turn it on, get the little, late night game there. So that might be the move going forward because it's tough out here. It's been tough out here for years, but it feels like you just get slapped in the face when shit like that. Once again, like how did Washington Nationals? I watched all those shitty games. 2011 to 2019, I watched us fucking suck. My favorite player was Tyler Moore, a rotational first baseman. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with being in the fucking trenches, but the way we got out of the trenches was Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, #1 pick, blue chip players that can energize a city. That's how we got back. And you can't do that with the 6th fucking pick. It's impossible. So, or maybe it's not, but we got to get really fucking lucky along the way, which just, it sucks. So I've been holding on to that for like a week. If you got me the day after, it would have been way crazier. This is the most nice and monotone I could possibly be here, but holy shit, man, that sucked. That sucked real bad. And yeah, I'm sure the Hornets and those guys feel the same way too. Especially they got a guy like LaMelo. Theoretically, you want someone to pair with before he gets out of town. And now that probably, who are you going to pair? I mean, they drafted Saloon 6 last year, so you can't feel too bad for him. That was like the worst pick in the last like 6 years. But still, like, damn, it's tough out here for us bad teams. You need those. I guess. I don't know, man. You need those. Being Adam Silver's, back pocket. I don't know. Sucks to suck.
Yeah, it did kind of feel weird that obviously would happen after the big shit happening. But hey, I didn't even think about that, but it does seem to kind of align. So, all right, guys, we will be back on Monday, hopefully coming at you with a couple of winners here. But yeah, if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, be ready. Back regular schedule on Monday, and we should be ready to go. So have a good one, guys, and best of luck on all your bets tonight and this weekend.